Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. It's Gabby and Jana here with the A-Team, and today we're here at our very first Airbnb that we ever acquired. And today we're going to be talking about how to create your very own successful and profitable Airbnb. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're actually standing right now inside of our very first Airbnb. And this was the first property that we got around 2 years ago that was converted into an Airbnb. And it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and it's approximately 800 square feet. And so what we have here, like we said, is a more of a cozy, smaller, short-term rental. This is a living room area. This rental actually sleeps 6 people. So it has the ability to sit 6 guests at a time. Depends. Right here we have our living area, and this couch is actually very comfortable, and it also has a pull-out couch that can transition into a queen bed. So the theme for this is more of a bohemian boho feel. As you can see, we have a lot of boho decor and boho design that we have going on. And this is the living room area. In order to maximize space into the kitchen area, we actually decided not to put a dining room table, and we created this island and this waterfall, which is such a nice feature. But it actually sits 6 people comfortably in this island. Then we have our kitchen, which we fully stock with equipment for our guests to be able to cook and utilize anything they need in order to make their meals. So when we acquired this property, we actually did some improvements. The house had good bones, so minor touches helped us really maximize the space. We also provide free coffee for our guests, and we also provide cereal and oatmeal so our guests can go ahead and have breakfast if they need it.
And those are games down there, by the way, guys.
Yes, a couple of board games in case they get bored. We do have a little fridge. You know, it's a cozy little fridge. Jenna hates the color. She wants a white one, so she will get her white fridge.
So when I saw those, like, I love them. I love how they're so cute and like old school and, you know, mid-century, but I hate the red, and that was the last one left, and I settled, and now I hate it.
So now that you've seen the living space and the kitchen area, we're going to go ahead and go into bedroom number 1. So this is bedroom number 1, and this room actually sleeps 4 people. So these beds are queen beds, and we make sure that we get one of the most comfortable mattresses, because Jen and I are very picky with our mattresses.
This one has a shared closet, by the way, and it leads to the next room.
This is the second bedroom, and this one is also a queen mattress and sleeps 2 people. And one of my favorite part about this room is the accent wall that Janet actually did. Came out very beautiful. So then here we have a 1 bathroom.
And this right here is the bathroom. It's just a simple one, like we said, 2 bedroom, 1 bath. And a tub, very simple. And I love the flooring here. And show you guys the backyard. So this one is a 2-car carport.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool because it looks like a garage, but it's really a carport.
It is really cold right now, well, in my opinion. So we added like this cute fireplace area because we are pet friendly. Like I said, the backyard is very large backyard, right, and very minimal. We don't have a lot of things here, but the turf was a big add-on, and it made a huge difference to add some green into the backyard. And then Gabby is working together on a table she just refurbished, which we found it on Facebook. marketplace. It's really cool. You guys can really find really cool items there.
And I actually just sealed it.
She did.
So, I actually sanded it, stained it, and I just put a sealant on there. So we're waiting for it to dry so we can go ahead and replace it back in the yard.
With those chairs, really nice. So people can just come out here and enjoy the amazing weather. Show you guys how everything is. And then next door we have new construction coming.
So cute though. Like these chairs are like
Adorable. And then next door we have new construction coming.
Hey guys, so now that we gave you guys a quick tour from our property, this was one of our very first Airbnbs that we acquired 2 years ago. For those of you who don't know, Gabby and I are investors, and we like to invest in different type of aspects in the real estate business. That is fix and flips, long-term rentals, and with the long-term investments, and with that comes the long-term rentals and the short-term rentals. So right now we currently own 3 Airbnbs, and all 3 of them are very successful and very lucrative. And one of the reasons I want to do this video is to show you guys how you can start your own short-term rental business, and be successful.
Okay guys, so I guess step number 1 would be financing.
Yes, financing is the most important thing that you should talk about. Let's say you're thinking about opening up a short-term business, short-term rental business. The first thing that you should do is talk to a lender or determine how you're gonna buy the property. It's a very important, the most important part of the process, in my opinion, because you want to talk to a lender. This will allow you to determine your budget. Are you buying the property cash? Are you financing? And if you're financing, talking to the lender will determine your affordability, how much you can purchase, what would be your purchase power, your down payment, your closing costs. And when you're buying a short-term rental, in most cases, it would be considered a second home or an investment home. So the down payments are a little bit higher.
Correct.
Typically.
And then, so really, determine if you're able to buy it cash, and you obviously don't have to worry about, the financing portion. But if you need a loan, you need to sit down and determine what is the actual game plan that you have for yourself and how much you're going to need in order to get the actual property.
Correct. And if you're in the state of Arizona, we can help you with that. Our lender is amazing, and she's actually she's the one that's helped us finance the other two Airbnbs that we currently have.
Correct. Step number 2 would be create an LLC.
Yes. So let's say you talk to a lender already, you determine your affordability, you have a game plan already going on. We would definitely strongly recommend that you create an LLC for your business.
Correct. You want to go ahead and create an LLC to minimize the liabilities from you, since other people are going to be occupying the residence.
Yeah, so just making sure that you're protecting your asset at all times.
Mm-hmm. So step number 3 would be find a realtor.
Yes, a realtor would most likely be the person who's going to help you find a property. Most of the properties that we acquire for our Airbnbs are typically from the MLS. And obviously realtors are the ones who have access to the MLS. They know how to negotiate on your behalf. Find someone that knows the market, that knows the area, that knows about investments, and actually looks out for you. If you're in Arizona, in the Maricopa County area, obviously Gabby and I can help you. But if you're outside of Arizona, make sure that you find an expert that can help you locate, negotiate, and find an amazing deal when it comes to finding your next Airbnb.
Correct.
Or short-term rental. Sorry, I keep saying Airbnb.
I think it's just the most popular one, and we just keep saying Airbnb. Step number 4 is determine location.
Yes, location will be key for determining a very successful short-term rental. Location is everything. You want to make sure that your Airbnb is located in a place that people are actually going to go visit. The people, whether it's close to centrally located, it's close to entertainment, a lot of destinations that people go to. It's key, obviously. You don't want to put an Airbnb in a location and not a lot of people will visit, because your chances of being booked all the time are going to be very slim if it's not a very popular place to travel.
Right. So Jen and I actually got this Airbnb because of the location. You know, we're 10 minutes from the airport. We're like 15 minutes from downtown, 15 minutes from Scottsdale. We're very centrally located, and we're close to shopping. We're close to restaurants and main highways.
Yeah, and main hospitals too. Which a lot of people, you know, come to Arizona for like the cancer center, traveling nurses. So very, very good location.
Yes.
It's a location, Gabby and I, we don't always go for the prettiest house, even though it would be amazing, but if you want to keep a good budget, I would also recommend to look into gentrifying neighborhoods. When we bought this property 2 years ago, it wasn't the best, but we know, we always think long term. This house was sitting next to a vacant lot. We're like, I like that. You know, I really like buying houses next to vacant lots. And in such a growing market, it turned out exactly as we planned. Now they have new constructions next door, 7 new builds coming in. Neighborhood is definitely rapidly gentrifying. So we bought in an area that we know it was going to gentrify and appreciate in value.
Now, if you're going to be buying in a prime location, keep in mind that the houses will be a bit more expensive because you are buying in a prime location. However, that's something that is worth the investment because you're looking to something that's going to be booked year round rather than just occasionally.
Yeah.
So the next step is house hunting, and house hunting is actually going to be determined based on your budget. You know, so if you want to go into the luxury section of Airbnb, then you have to go ahead and find houses in prime location and that are luxury. And for those of you who want to get creative, you just have to focus mainly on the location.
Yeah, so obviously the house hunting part is based on your budget, and you have to heavily rely on your realtor to help you find, you know, a good spot, good location, something that's really going to be a good investment. Okay, so now you found your house, you're under contract, your offer was accepted. How exciting. Now what? This step is very crucial in my opinion. Once you determine or you identify the property that you want to buy. And the reason why is because typically when you're submitting an offer, you have your inspection period. And guys, I cannot express heavily how important this is, but during your inspection period, you have to do as much due diligence as you can. You know, depending on the state and the city that you're buying, you know, you have to look into the city ordinance, you know, with short-term rentals. Are they allowed? Are they not allowed? If you're buying a townhouse, you definitely have to look heavily into the HOA to see if it's even allowed. You know, a lot of HOAs or condos don't allow short-term rentals, and if they do, they're minimum 30 days. So now you have to put a rental, which is totally attainable at a 30-day rental, but it minimizes, it's not as popular as, you know, your weekend travelers and whatnot. So you're looking at the city ordinance, HOA regulations. Take a look at the neighborhood as well, because even though it doesn't have to be the perfect neighborhood, make sure it's safe. You know, you don't want to be putting an Airbnb in a bad neighborhood or in a bad area for many reasons, you know. Also start shopping for insurance. You know, talk to insurance agents to make sure that you have the right coverage, and that the insurance company is going to be able to provide insurance for short-term rentals. And then last but not least, the most important during the inspection period obviously is make sure your home does get inspected so you know what you're buying.
Correct.
You know, these are long-term rentals. The last thing you want, unless you purposely know you're buying a house that has a lot of issues, Gabby and I do that all the time, but you want to make sure that you're buying a home that is in good conditions, that you're not going to buy and then 2-3 months later your roof is bad, your plumbing broke, and
it's just eating away at your budget.
Yeah,
you know?
Because then it starts taking against your profit. So definitely the home inspection, make sure you hire a good inspector to help you inspect the house. And if there's issues with the house, then, you know, start negotiation process if it's even, you know, a possibility. I know right now the market is really, really hot, especially in Arizona. And, you know, investors are coming here, they're buying land, they're buying houses, they're buying everything. So negotiations gets tough, but you want to make sure that you are buying a good property at the end of the day.
Correct. Congratulations, you own the home. Now what?
Yep. So the house is now yours. The first thing you should start doing immediately is analyze your design and your furnishing budget.
Right.
Guys, short-term rentals, if you want to be successful, design is everything.
Right. So the reason why design is everything is because you want to go ahead and create an experience to your guests. You know, you want to make sure that they don't just come in and they don't see like grandma's furniture, you know, that they actually want to come here. You know, Jen and I do our best to do Instagram worthy walls so our guests can actually have a good time here, take pictures, share your location, and, you know, just show people the nice place that they're staying in. Another thing is be honest with yourself. If you're not good at designing, hire a designer. And if you're in Arizona, hire Janet because she is amazing. And we do offer design services as well.
Yeah, now this house specifically was our very first Airbnb, and we didn't really think or give it a thought into that. Like I said, all of our Airbnbs are very lucrative. So what I mean by that, I mean that they're always booked. So we haven't really had the ability to come in here. This week, I believe we had a cancellation. So that's why we're here. You know, we took the opportunity and the time to come in here, do some maintenance, clean the backyard, do some projects, get our landscaper here. Only like 2 or 3 days that we have, so we gotta move fast. But Gabby and I also took the time to come in here, look at the house, and then take notes on what we're gonna do because we do want to make some changes. Make it a little bit more aesthetic. We do have 2 other properties that we can talk about in another video in a later time. But I mean, if you do it right, you can make up to $10,000 or more a month, which we are doing in one of our properties. So
It's insane.
it's insane.
So don't be afraid to invest into your properties by hiring a designer because the ROI is definitely worth it.
So pick a theme, make sure it's furnished very nice, shop around. And there are companies out there that do help you design and start an Airbnb from scratch as well. All right, guys. So step number 7, now that you've determined your design, you pick the theme and so on, one of the most important things is to determine how much is it going to cost you to furnish your home. That is a very broad question, and we cannot really give you an exact answer because it would really vary on the size of the house and the design. You can keep it very simple or you can go very luxury depending on the location of your short-term rental. What I can tell you for this 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 800 square feet home that we're currently sitting on took us about $15,000 to furnish.
Right, but that includes pots and pans and, you know, pretty much everything that you need and ready to go to just hand over to our guests to take over. So it's actually one of the things that we did want to go ahead and focus on a lot is our mattresses. We wanted to make sure that like our guests were sleeping on very, very comfortable mattresses.
Good quality.
And, you know, some of the stuffs it's like you cannot cheap out on.
Yeah, so just an idea, like our mattresses, I mean, you gotta shop around for good quality that's also affordable. I would estimate about $500, so that's $1,500 in mattresses. Then you have the beds, you know, then you have a TV, then you have to get the sofa, good appliances if the home doesn't have it. This one was our very first one, so we I feel like if we were to redo this house, we can probably bring it down to like $10,000 or $12,000.
Right.
But you really gotta shop around. Like I said, Facebook Marketplace, you know, online, Amazon. There's a lot of things that you can find if you really sit down and plan it out right.
Something that we did learn with time and with furnishing other Airbnbs is that Jen and I really learned how to minimize the cost. And we actually even have a kind of like a spreadsheet of like what is required in every single must-haves in our Airbnbs, which if you're going to do this repeatedly, then I would recommend you do the same. Keep a list of your inventory of what you need so that you can easily duplicate the process.
Yeah, because you are going to have upkeep in addition to that. You know, once the Airbnb is running, things happen. Like you're going to need new sheets, new linen.
It's an lasting thing of buying new sheets and new linens.
Yeah, we want to keep it clean. If it has a stain, like I think somebody brought a dog, which is totally okay. It's dog friendly. And they left a dog paw and it would not come out for some reason.
I think it was like mud or something. It was the cutest dog paw, but we had to replace that.
Yeah, so if you know how to wash really good and get all those products, great. But then sometimes we're in a hurry. We're just going to get the cleaner in and she calls me, you know, just get some new ones, toss it out, get going. You know, time is money sometimes. But yeah, that's why you guys really have to look into how much you're going to charge, your cleaning fees, and all that takes into consideration to help you protect against losses. But yeah, so now your home is ready. You have it all furnished, ready to go. Step number 8 would be look for the right team. Guys, we cannot express how much important it is.
Yeah.
And it's important to do your due diligence and plan. But yeah, having a great team it's going to be a lifesaver, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how Jen and I have it set up is that we have our house cleaning team, and what she does is she actually gets a copy of our schedules for the month, our bookings of the month, and then she automatically knows when to go. Mm-hmm. She knows the time they check in and the time they check out, so that she's always has that pre-planned. And if for any reason she can't make it, we already have the heads up.
Yeah, I would recommend that you hire a professional cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're already charging a cleaning fee. It doesn't go against your profit. And you're charging a cleaning fee no matter what.
Right.
So I hear some people do their own cleaning just to take that extra profit. To me, it's not worth it. It takes so much time. You'll be bored. You'll be tired. You are going to hate it. You know, we hired a professional. She's amazing and we trust her because she can come in here, clean, and leave the home spotless. You know, we also need her to come in and check because we don't always have time to come to the properties when they leave. Hey, how was the tenant? You know, how was the guest? I'm sorry. Did they leave the house messy? Any damages or anything? So she's kind of like our second eyes.
Yes.
It's also important to have a handyman, you know, on hand, you know, just in case anything breaks down. Obviously, your a good home insurance and, you know, contractors or anybody that's available in case anything happens with the house. You have a good team backing you up and ready to remediate any problem.
Right, and then leave it to the professionals because you want to make sure that you're handing in a house that is beautifully and immaculately clean. You know, do not cheap out. Do not try to take the cleaning fee as a profit. I would like to say that you should always leave that cleaning fee towards your cleaning fee.
Mm-hmm. So now that you chose a team, you're ready to go, let's jump on to the next step, and that is the services that you're going to offer at your short-term rental. So in our situation, in every situation, in every house, every home should have high-speed internet. Mm-hmm. That's very important. Make sure that in all of our short-term rentals, I just realized we only have one TV. So we personally don't add televisions to the bedrooms.
Each bedroom. Yeah. In our experience, we don't watch TV. We think one TV is more than enough. And we've never had any complaints about wanting or requesting a TV in a bedroom. So I'm thinking our guests like that as well.
Yeah, I don't watch TV either. And it's funny because we didn't even realize about this problem. And it's not even a problem. It's really your personal opinion whether you want to offer it or not. Thankfully, we haven't had any complaints, but you know, that's one of the services. We don't even have cable TV.
No, but we do offer the Google Chromecast so they can go ahead and connect their Netflix or YouTube, their Hulu, and pretty much any service.
Yeah, and in regular television. So, but we've never had a single complaint about not having televisions in other rooms. Right. And like I said, it's something that we just thought about the other day. And we're like, hey, we don't have TVs. It just never came to mind. Thankfully, it's never been an impact against us or anything about it. Knock on wood, you know. But anyways, high speed internet, cable is optional. The amount of TVs that you want is also optional. Alarms are very important. You want to make sure that your asset or your home is protected when the house is vacant. We also, like Gabby mentioned on the tour, we have security cameras as well. That does have to be disclosed, and then the cameras are only outside. We have one in the front and one in the backyard, and one by the garage. So 3. And then we do have a Nest thermostat.
Temperature.
Yeah, to control the temperature makes it look more modern as well, and it's super easy to use.
And then we also have a keyless entry door, so the day of check-in we provide the code in which we can let our guests in.
Having a keyless keypad is good because you can always change the code, and we're constantly changing it and just giving it out to every guest that comes into the house. All right, guys, we're almost done here. We just have a few more steps. The step number 10
is your final touches.
Your final touches. You want to make sure that your short-term rental is workable, that it works, that you know that you guys are gonna love it, that your guests are gonna love it, be comfortable. So what I mean by final touches is like having a coffee machine, you know, appliances are working and they're good and clean. You have good linens there. You have comfortable pillows. Other things that we also provide would be are like a blow dryer for your hair, an iron. You know, a lot of people iron. They're professionals. They come here for business and travel, so they need that stuff. So yeah, stuff like that we always provide. Condiments in the kitchen, you know, all that stuff. Those are just final touches that I recommend that you come in, check, do a checklist to make sure they are available for your guests to use.
Right. And then another thing that we do to all of our properties is we have a home guide. This is what it looks like.
Can you see it here? Here we go. Anyways, I'm trying to show you guys our home guide, and I'll probably just put pictures.
So in this home guide, it's pretty much an explanation of our house rules that we have for each and every guest. We give them the Wi-Fi, we give them pretty much emergency contacts, and give them a map of what's around the area. So if they're not from, well, obviously they're not from here, so they can go ahead and see what options, but it also lets them know, you know, what we expect of our guests and how they can respect our house rules. So that's really important to have because some guests don't know what you don't allow and you do allow. So it's just a nice reminder. It is mainly on Airbnb. It allows you to put all your house rules, but we do print them out, so it's a reminder of our house rules as well.
Two more steps though. Once the house is completely done, you will need professional marketing. And what I mean by marketing is professional photography. Hire a professional photographer to come in and take pictures of your home. The last thing you want is walk around with cell phone pictures and then post them on the internet. You know, keep in mind these people.
You invested so much into your property and you don't want the pictures to be dark and, you know, all the hard work you put into it be not
captured, in other words.
Yeah, like it should be.
Yeah, so spend $200, $300 for a professional photographer to come and, you know, capture all the beauty of your home, like we said. We pay about $300 for a photographer. She does an amazing job and we love her. And it makes the house look really good. Keep in mind, when people are browsing for a short-term rental, whether it's Airbnb, Vrbo, or whatever the case, everything's online or off their phone. So whatever catches the eye, that's where they're gonna most likely book, you know? So make sure you have some pretty photography to capture the beauty of your home.
Yes.
And a few more things here. Now that photography is ready, your home is ready, you're ready to go. What platforms are you going to use to, you know, to promote your short-term rental?
So we have the famous one, the biggest one, Airbnb.
Airbnb, yeah. That's the most popular platform out there. And we also have
Vrbo, which is really cool because Vrbo actually integrates with other platforms like booking.com, and it also does, like, I think it's HomeAway. So those are like 3 platforms in one. And then we also have third-party management companies, which is amazing because Jen and I can own an Airbnb in California and not even have to be there.
Yeah, if you wanted to. We do have one of our properties being managed professionally, and that's this one right now. For some other reasons, you know, we have construction next door and wouldn't want it to impact our own personal Airbnb. So kind of like a temporary that we're utilizing them because we just wanted to try it out and see how it worked. But yeah, there's a lot of companies out there for a fee that will manage your Airbnb completely and help you be completely hands off. So that's really cool.
Yes.
But yeah, and also 90% of our bookings, I would say, come from Airbnb.
Correct.
So we rely on Airbnb heavily when it comes to our short-term rentals. Okay, so now the Airbnb is ready to go, guys. One of the other things that Gabby would love to mention
is that you guys should make sure to disclose things. You know, so if you know that there's construction next door, you know, like in a couple of our properties, we do have construction next door. Make sure you disclose that, because you know you don't want to have any surprises for your guests, and that everything's fully transparent, just as it was in the pictures.
Yes, because the success of your short-term rental would rely heavily on reviews.
Correct.
So whatever you can, try to do as much as you can to be able to maintain your 5-star reviews on your short-term rental. The better the reviews, the more bookings you're gonna get, the more money you're gonna make. You know, it's not easy, maintaining 5 stars, but it's totally attainable. Mind me, you cannot keep everybody happy. We're always gonna have that one person. I mean, we've been hit before because stuff out of our control. House was immaculate.
Neighbor's dog was barking. Really? But the house was immaculate and beautiful, and all the.
I was upset. I was very upset. But if you take a look at the reviews, they go from anywhere. They ask about cleanliness. They ask about location. They ask about the comfort of the home. All the kind of questions are asked for a review. So we try to always hit a target of 5 stars for every stay. And like I said, we've been pretty good at it, but in the beginning, stuff that is out of our control, they give us a 4-star for that damn dog. I love dogs, but man, I was upset.
Oh, really? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. I know it was a long video, but hopefully you guys are able to take away some valuable information from our experience in owning short-term rentals.
Yeah, thankfully we're very successful in what we do. We decided to put this video together to show you guys what it really takes to be successful in this business, because we get asked constantly, hey, how do you run your Airbnbs? Or I want to have a short-term rental, I want to have an Airbnb. So it does take time. It's not easy, but once you set it up right, it could be very easy and very lucrative and mostly hands-off, because Gabby and I are not very involved very much, very little. We have a good team, good houses, protected assets. We have a system. If you guys are interested in investing in Arizona and a short-term rental is something that you've had in the back of your mind, give us a call. We would love to chat and help you out. We can discuss locations, budgets.
We'll take care of you.
Yeah. We'll take care of you. Anyways, thank you guys. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in Arizona, you know who to call.
Bye, guys.
Bye.